now.
Yeah, it is. That's what the notification on my phone was.
Oh, that I was on live?
Yeah,
All right.
I can hear the audio.
Okay, so there's a bit of a delay. All right. Boy. Let's see if I can find it on here. Hi, Jill. How are you doing? Turn this down. I'm I'm doing for asking. Hello, Diamond Art, and is it works? Hello. Hello. How you doing? Everyone, I do want to apologize for being late. I was trying to actually unfortunately, some changes have been made with YouTube. I couldn't get it to work. Only audio. Oh, well, let me see. Can any of you see me? I can see it. Oh, great. Okay. So, how's everyone doing? Some stuff here set up. I'm so sorry that disorganized right now because I couldn't get work. I couldn't get the stream to go. So I hope everyone is doing well, especially with everything that's going on with this virus. But I did late. Okay, so I'm just going to get some colors going. And what projects are you all working? It's been about 4 weeks since I've been live, and I feel like water. Hi, B. How are you doing? There's people acting. Yeah, totally agree with you. What are you working? Is hold on just a second. Okay, this painting is the Ocean Wave from victoriasmoon.com. I have been are actually doing a review for them, and which I am for. I can't do it without that yet. I'm working on season change. Oh, that sounds good. Fixer Up. I'm working on Fixer Upper by Diamond Art Club. So working on this painting. I decided to do this review. I wanted to see their square drill to their round drills. I really do like their round drills. But the verdict is not in with these squares yet. Having some the round drills, I never had any major issues with those. So we're going to see about this. I'm almost done with it. Hopefully, review and my final thoughts on this painting sometime in the middle of next week. Just depends on how much I can get done with it. Oops. Joe, audio is working perfectly. I'm working on glowing Christmas tree. Ooh, that is a fun. My audio keeps cutting out. Oh, that's not good. I'm wondering is the program I'm using. This one is one of their older kits, and it's gapping a nightmare. Ooh, that's not good, B. It's choppy on my end too. I'm wondering. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to turn my volume down and if. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so I got my volume off. Yeah, I am work program. I've used this before, and if it's YouTube. Not 100% sure. Hi, Edna. I hope you're doing well. I do for the choppy audio. Hold on, B. I'm going to smurf you here. Okay. There we go. And let's see. Joe. All right. So Jill and you. This is the first live that I've done. I think it's been 6 weeks. Maybe not 6 weeks. Unfortunately, lives that I was going to do before I went on, I got really sick and my voice was not doing very well. So this is why for a while. I just got back from holidays last Sunday. Together a video of that in a whipping chat. So it might be a series because there's a lot of pictures and a lot of. I did, Edna. The nice thing about Mexico the heat was it helped get rid of that congestion and tail end of that I was fighting. The problem with it is when we landed in Manzanillo, they were really screening the coronavirus. And so we were trying desperately not to cough. But we did tell agent that we were getting over colds, and they seemed to be okay with that. But it was beautiful out there. I think the temperature was somewhere between 78 to degrees Fahrenheit, and Celsius, it was between 28 and 32. Uh, it was just loved it. And the first place that we stayed at, we were there for, and was I believe it was a 12-unit condo. It was beautiful. It was brand new, had lots of extras, as far as accommodations. The only bad, it was 5-minute drive outside of Malacca, and so we would have to take a cab to go. But or a gated building, and it had a nice pool in it. We were the only one in that in the condo. So basically, the entire place in it. I picked up the kids from school Monday, shirt and flip flops, and really, here in Winnipeg, it has been and snowing a little bit, and then within a matter of a few hours, the snow would stop. It's not super cold. To me, it's more of a damp cold than a cold, if that makes any sense. I want to go back to Mexico, though. I mean, I'm like, I really want the heat. The older tolerable I am to the cold, or I just don't have the tolerance for it. So, but I got my voice back. Woo-hoo! Where did you live at? Artworks. Are you talking asking me? Asking me, I live in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, which is of North Dakota and California. Yes. Ohio. So you're not very far from me, B. I think Ohio. Oh. Now, Jill, where are you in the States, or are you in Canada? Any more of these? I think I'm going to need my pen now. Hey, sis. Sorry I'm late. Couldn't get my computer to work. So, guys, Jill, where do you live at? Okay. I live across the city from. Oh, okay, Jill. So you term Winterpeg. When I was telling people that in in Mexico, they were just kind of looking at me laughing because I don't think they were expecting that type of term. I just I cannot stay. Mom is here. Oh, is mom there? Tell her I excuse me. Tell and I love her. At all military travel until May. My daughter won't be able to come home when she gets back to the States. Oh no, sorry about I live where Janae lives. Jill lives in Winterpeg. I thought I had one. There we go. So she says she is sorry she this. Oh, tell her, sis, okay? But just give her a hug and tell her I love her. Ask her if she got my message the day that we arrived back home to make sure that she knew we were home safe. But I don't know if she got the message. Guys, I was going to tell you, most of you that have been following me for some time, I had phobia with flying. And I wanted to tell you how the flight went because it interesting to say the least. We didn't have any like serious issue. First year we flew to Mexico. Okay, no, I left her a cell phone. Okay, anyway, we had to fly from Winnipeg to Calgary, and then we went from to Manzanillo. Anyway, to make a long story short, because I don't want to drag, we got and we decided that since we only had like an hour and 45, 50 minutes, we okay before we had to take off for Manzanillo. We went outside and then came back in, headed towards our flight to leave for Manzanillo. We sat there for about 20 minutes. Everybody was there. Nobody really said too much. We were all waiting to board the plane. And a WestJet person comes on the microphone and asks if we wanted to for the amount of money that they were asking for this upgrade. I'm like, no, I'm not paying that much money. I thought it was a bit strange that they weren't even pre-boarding or doing anything. We were all just kind of sitting there twiddling our thumbs. So a few of us were getting kind of anxious. I get very things don't start. I don't know what it is with me in time, but I was every my head thinking, okay, something's not. We're almost 20 minutes past the time that we should have been boarding. So finally, from WestJet came on the intercom again, and she informed as soon as called her to let her know that it was okay to board, they would start the boarding. But then she said, at this time, maintenance is on the plane. No. They're having a bit of an issue. Now, she didn't really go into great depth on what the issue was. So we were all kind of, I went to this little convenience store to get a bottled water they tried to walk some of this inside and sat back down. I think about 10 more minutes passed, and they came back and informed us that our and John was like, great. So we instructed to walk across the airport to go to another WestJet was ready to go. We weren't told that we were bumping somebody else off of the plane, but we did find that out eventually, only to find out that everyone waiting to board the plane we were actually going to take, they were waiting to take off for Puerto Vallarta. So uh, a couple of people were kind of upset because they had to now wait 2 hours, another plane to come in, so go to Puerto Vallarta. I kind of felt bad, but I was like, yeah, we've already waited for, I would say, 45 minutes. We should have had left like a while ago. So anyway, they put us on another plane and everything worked out. So I didn't bring any of my, but I did bring my, so that was, I did color on my way. It did help some of the anxiety. But I'll tell you what, ended into Manzanillo. It was sunny and beautiful. It was green. It's a small airport, and what I mean small, terminal did not have jetway. The jetway was one of those old time staircase type, and they literally hatch this up against the plane so that you can get off, and then you had to walk to the terminal. I'll tell you, landing in Manzanillo versus landing in Puerto Vallarta, what I don't have any problems climbing stairs and getting off the old way versus going through the airport. It's hectic, tons of people. So when we in Manzanillo, it took maybe 5 minutes to get through customs and everything. In Puerto Vallarta, it would have taken us close. So better, far better. Have you decided if you like the patty wax or not? Okay, but a bit to work with, and it really doesn't seem to last any longer than the pink wax. Maybe. Edna, to answer your question, I'm going to give it a little bit longer, but seeing the same exact just put up there. I love the smell. Think it's amazing. It's delicious, but I'm not impressed with the longevity of it. The pink wax long. I think the pink wax is just as good. Same thing. I thought, well, maybe I'm doing this wrong. Because I live in when it was, I'm even thinking maybe cold that the wax just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to stay in the pin perfectly well, but it just doesn't have the grip. I guess using it for an hour, I find that I'm just struggling to get my drink on the tip of the pen. For the amount of money that patty wax is, it's not worth it because I just haven't given it enough time But to be honest, if I were to buy it again, it would be something that uh, I would have to wait. I meet up with my sister. When I purchased the patty, sent to my sister because the shipping for the patty wax was like 3 times the amount for the patty wax. Um, it's just, to me, it's very expensive, even in Canada. We'll see how long this chunk lasts, but the smell is to die for. The one little bear that I have is called Wedding Cake, and it smells dreamy. I mean, amazing. I love the smell of it. Have anybody else been with the patty wax? Have you tried it before? She gives Canadians a discount on ship. I have to ask. Because when I put in my wax without having it, like $22, and I'm like, yeeks. And that was US Canadian. I thought, oh, I can't. I mean, I can, but I didn't want to pay that much money for one chunk of wax. Ask her about that. Thanks, Jill. I had no idea. So, has anyone go releases from the Diamond Art Club? Or I have lots of patty wax. She will refund some back. Well, I'll touch bases with her for that idea. Jill, how do you feel about how it works, especially with it being cold? Because maybe wrong, but I just a huge amount of it quickly, and I'm doing something wrong. I really would like to know, because I don't want to miss just using it. So, hello, Island Girl. How are you? Lots. Okay. There you go. Okay. So I bought 2 new releases from DAC. The patty wax in my brain. I can't use anything else now. Okay, I'm going to try that, Jill, because I want to be able to get every chance possible before yay or nay on it. Oh, Charlene, I am so sorry, but I completely understand that, because this morning I woke up and I didn't want to work. Okay, so you're saying the warm climate, it's not working as well. Well, I'm gonna see about in something a little bit warmer and see if that might help with it as far as the long, and we'll go from there. But like I said, I just want to be able to information as far as if I'm using it right, if I'm not using it right, what can I do to make it work properly, and that way it gives me opportunity to provide the correct information. I thought it was There's nothing else here who tried wax and she struggled with it also. Okay. Excuse me. I still have a bit of a cold. So coughing a little bit. So I do apologize. So has anyone else besides Jill have looked into or purchased anything new from Diamond Art Club? Or any of you at the new Dreamer, is it Dreamer Designs 2.0? I've been on their website. I've been looking at what they have to offer. Even when it's, I don't know, but then again, Diamond Art Club is pretty pricey as well. And I really would like to see some of those completed and get an idea of how people before I actually, although I'm telling you, I'm on a really strict no buy right now. I saw one of their, I'm a big Chuck Penson fan, and she has a lot, our Dreamers Designs, a lot of Chuck Penson designs on there. And the only thing that kind of throws me off is their squares. Not ever having their paintings, I'm very leery to do squares. I don't know why, but no. So if anyone has done or has purchased from let me know what you think of their product, because I've never worked with that, and went over there on release day and with the intention of the rendering term. Yeah, that was another thing. There's a few of the Chuck Penson too terribly bad, and you look at the rendering, but again, I mean, it'd be interesting to, though large, they still look pixelated and overly, and yeah. Okay, so then sell square drills, because if that's the case, I probably them. I mean, I don't know. I like square drills. I have no problems with them. That's what I started diamond painting. But after the fiasco that I had with squares on another painting, I've been very leery about anything square at this point. I don't know if that makes any sense, but okay. There we go. So like this painting here, it is a square. I don't want to give too much information, too much, but I should say the only one of the major things that I'm finding with this painting, some of the colors are consistent in size. So to me, that's a struggle. I don't like having to look on a painting and then have some of the color drills be large, and then some be, and then you've got other issues that bring up a problem even more so So, and when I told them that I was willing to do this as a review, um, they know that I'm going to be honest, regardless of the way that, they may not like what I have to say. And I'm not putting them down. It has nothing to one down. But, in order for a store to um, it, in order for a store to improve on their product, they need to know that. And that's what I told the person that reached out to me to ask me if I would do that. So he or she, because I don't know if it was a he or a she, completely understand. So yeah, keep our fingers crossed on that. Okay. DAC will have check pin or okay. Dreamer Designs have currently year or so their images will be redone DNC style. Okay, that sounds really good. Um, I am a huge fan of Henson's artwork. I think he is amazing. And I know a lot of people don't, it's not so much like him, they just know that his paintings are very confetti heavy. And it's true. I mean, some of the have some color blocking in it, but the majority of it is confetti heavy. So I don't mind that it's going to turn out really when, to me, the confetti heavy thing is not an issue. I'm on a no buy. I have 5 coming from AliExpress, and I just bought 5 more acrylic pens. My husband has put his foot down. Oh my gosh, he calls me a hoarder. Edna, you need to tell your husband that alone, that there are a lot of people that hoard. I mean, have you seen my collection of pins? And it's just getting bigger. I love his artwork. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the confetti, but I did buy Henson. Should be getting it. See, which one did you get, Island Girl? I have all of his paintings release or latest, because I just, as much as I want to buy them, I can't. I just what I'm doing. And, yeah. I have 27 pens. How many do I have? I got one. Here, let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. 16. Purchased 16 pens, but more than that. I think I've purchased pens, but I've been using some of the pens as free giveaways. I love them. Wish they would do some Thomas Kincaid images. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look that one up because I don't know who that is. The one with the red cover, which can't remember the name. Okay, yeah, that was the one. Sure, to get, but I mean, I just had to pull myself away from this site. I was like, no, you can't do it. Have it for a while, panicking. My fear is that they're going to actually discontinue the ones that they have so that they can bring in more. And I wouldn't like that. I think I've only missed one or two. So we'll see. We'll see. I did see their new. There was a couple of cute ones there, but it wasn't like something I thought. Now, fingers crossed. Okay, Charlene, was keeping my fingers crossed that Penson's, and I'm very happy to say there wasn't. So, but the one images that Dreamer's Design had really nice images of his artwork. So, but as Charlene, I like the rendering. And for the amount of money that they're asking for those paintings, I'm like, I don't know. Things that are coming from AliExpress, they're not paintings, but they are diamond paint accessories. Get those soon. They're, oh, what are they called? Caddies. And hey, Aussie girl, how are you doing? Wax caddies and some more resin things that I'm making cover minders for. I'm hoping to get those soon. In fact, I got a notification from AliExpress saying that that was like 8 days ago, and I still haven't gotten them yet. So I don't know what they're doing. Let's see. DP Addiction. Jennifer just did an unboxing of the red covered bridge painting. I love Chuck Penson, but I'm with you. I mean, my husband hasn't put me on a band, but I have, because if I could go completely crazy, spending way too much money, and I don't pay for all the paintings I have currently. But some of the paintings that I do to craft shows. I do sell them, so I don't sell them for profit. Them so that I can keep feeding. If that makes any sense. And some of the ones that I hold are like of pictures that I had sent into AliExpress. So, like, I'll order journals and sell them at the craft sale or craft show. I've done the chains, the Christmas time keychains, and sold them as Christmas tree ornaments. Not my husband. Oh, really? Wow. I didn't know that. In the world, well, you don't have to say, but I have a lot of that lately. What's going on? I'm surprised they haven't banned me. So, sorry to hear that. And then this story, since since Mr. Review is not listening in, and I can tell him watching the channel right. We got home on Sunday, and I have an Instapot that have an Instapot. You know that once you start working or cooking in your Instapot, it's like the thing is amazing. It's amazing. Well, I don't know if this is a man thing, but hard time putting his stuff away after he brings it out and does things with it, like tools and things like that. Does your significant other do that around the house everywhere? Anyway, on Tuesday, I'm going to make ribs. So I brought out my Instapot, and he was still at work. I got drills stuck together now. Anyway, I cleaned my Instapot out that night. I thought, well, he'll wash it in the morning. So I got home from work, and the Instapot and all of this stuff that he was working with stuff were on the counter, the sink. Now, I don't like moving his stuff around because if I do, and he'll ask me 6 or 7 is, and I can't remember because I'm sorry, I'm old. My memory just doesn't, last very long. I'll forget where he put it. And, I just don't want to go through that. So I thought, I'm just not going to move this. So I thought. So I thought, well, you know what? I'll just move the Instapot up and over stovetop, and then that can cook dinner, and I don't have to worry about it. And I can, wash the dishes after everything is done. Sounds good, right? Cook dinner. That took me about 30 minutes. And after it was done, gotta eat. I'm hungry. And it was going to be probably about 2 or 3 hours home from work. So, and I started eating my supper. Now, after I was done, plate in the sink and a little bit, and then I could do the dishes later. So that's what I did. Anyway, when I put my plate in when I put my plate in the sink, I could smell, but I couldn't figure out what it was. It had this really odd smell to it, but it didn't smell like something was burning. It just smelled musky, I guess is the best word to put it. Anyway, I thought, well, it's no big deal. Now I went towards the stove, and the smell lessened. Went towards the coffee pot away on the other side of the kitchen. That's where the smell was strongest. And I kept looking at like anything here. Anyway, so I went back out, watched TV, let another 15 minutes go, and went back in the kitchen. And as soon as I got close to our, I could smell that smell, but it was, and I thought, what is that smell? So I'm looking on the floor because of my dogs. I just want to make sure that they accident or something. And didn't see anything on the ground. And I thought, okay, this is really bizarre smell is. I'm not sure what happened. I think there was either the phone where I had to walk away for 9 minutes. So then when I came back into the kitchen, again, I could smell it here, but as soon as the stove, I didn't smell anything. So then I started thinking, well, maybe it's the garbage. So when I noticed the light on our stovetop was on, and I thought, on, because I know when I finished cooking dinner that I turned off the stove. So I started looking, noticed that there was black goo on one of the burners that the Instapot was over. Oh my God. And I the burner, and that black goo was the entire plastic Instapot sink, and I thought I got to get that off of the burner because I didn't want stuck to the burner. So I have a scraper that I use when I clean my glass because it's a glass top. So I brought my scraped off all the burnt plastic. So that's what I was smelling, was burnt plastic. And pot in the sink so that it, would stop burning. It's like, oh my gosh, upset. So it burnt out the entire bottom of my Instapot. Now my hubby, all we need is a brand new bottom. The wires are safe and everything is okay. I don't know if I want to try that, but he can fix it. So not a happy camper. And again, it was because I didn't want to move his stuff and forget and have him upset with me on that. What a night. I've had the most week happened on Wednesday. Now, I don't know if any of you are experiencing that has been going on. Jill, if you're still here, I'd love to hear what you're thinking about this. I cannot find toilet paper in the entire tag. Not one roll of toilet paper can I find. That's not very far from is usually fairly quiet. It's busy. Couple of days, oh my gosh, it's like wall to wall people. Nothing left in this store. What is going on here? It's going grocery shopping is believable. It's now I'm going to tell you a story too, because this I didn't see, but a boss that told us this. Now, our employer is getting ready, meaning that they shut down all of their locations until a lot of this was over. In some ways, it's a good thing. In some ways, it's a bad. The reason why it's a bad thing is because, well, we don't know if we're going to get. Of us can work from home. It's not an issue, but they don't particularly care to have us working from home. The job that I do, a controller. So I do a lot of their inventory. I can work from home. That's not an issue. So my laptop from work is ready to go if I. But we were told that we need to start bringing, work every night just in case saying you need to stay home. Okay. Welcome back, Island Girl. Husband just went out into Sobeys and shopping and nothing's left. See, same with my husband. He went to Sobeys and he said, there's hardly anything left in the store. And it's like, is everybody preparing for like world? I mean, what is going on? And believe me, I'm not making light of what's happening because when SARS broke out, I worked for one of the hospitals in Toronto, and our hospital she didn't even tell anyone that they were actually shutting down the hospital until like several hours later. And that's a whole different story. I do plan on sharing that one, but this is totally different from SARS because it took everyone by surprise, just like this one did. But within a couple of days organized and everything ran smoothly. And, you know, it wasn't as crazy as it is. It is totally and disorganized. At least for me, it seems like it's disorganized. They're not, everyone needs to stack, take it deep, and work out the problem. But I don't see them doing that. I'm more see, and I'm not talking about the public, um, the government, um, all governments. They really need a minute about how to resolve the problem and how to work the problem out, not create us. And I'm finding kind of happening. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me that sees it that way. But anyway, yeah. I've been told, to be prepared that there is a possibility that we will get it to tell us to stay home. I'm just going to read some comments here really quick. It's the same in Ireland. We recently had two, though we suspect there is more panic buying happening. Yes, Charlene, totally agree with you. It's panic buying. To that in just a minute. Schools are closed for 1 week, so I'll be home all week. Oh my God. Okay. Here we found out on Friday that I think it's all, if I read it, Manitoba schools will be starting, I believe it's the 24th, and they will be closed for. I don't know why they're waiting until the 24th, but yeah, they're going to be closing the schools down. Now, usually that also means that the daycare will also be closed down too. And a lot of have kids. So my kids are all grown and out of the house. So that's not a problem for me. But a lot of the small young kids, and it's crazy. I really feel for the families that have lost loved ones, for the other countries that are just like Italy. Oh my God, my heart goes out to these people. Okay, let's see. Janae, I saw all travel to Canada has with visas will be a lot. Okay, if you're not a Canadian, you're going to be screened, and screened big time, and that was yesterday. Now it could have changed. They're saying no, the doors are closed. I have a coworker that's getting ready. I believe he's flying, and I think that he should trip. That's just and I'm not of the virus. I'm saying that because he may not get back in to the country, and that might be a problem. Him. My daughter's preschool is closed now till April. Wow. And my other more week of school 3 weeks. They are getting homework and okay. Excuse me. Yeah, that's 3 weeks, and I'm not sure. I didn't know as far as why schools are not closing next week, but there could be good, viable reason. I just think it's really strange that the craziness as far as the grocery stores and things like that. It just I But somebody had told me, and this made sense, but again, people shouldn't quite yet. As far as if you don't have it, if you don't have the virus, the worst thing you could do is panic. Know your facts, important, but to panic and panic is not a good thing. All right, come on. Sorry, my paper's not coming up. Now, coming back from Mexico, this is the thing that scared me. Sorry, I got a piece of parchment paper stuck here. But we were to watch the website, because if for some reason that had somebody positive, they would be putting it up on their website. Okay, this is not working. Now, I have been checking anything yet. I do know that in Mexico they have cases of, but it turns out it's all on the Pacific side and not the Atlantic side. Unfortunately, that's where me and my were on the Pacific side. But I didn't see anyone coughing and or sneezing. You can be asymptomatic, be a carrier of this, which is also a scary thing. That drill out, because I cannot get that piece off. Anyway. As far as Canada is concerned, and boy, I don't know if they've changed it since yesterday as far as travel is concerned. But I do. They are very. They're taking precautions. They've been telling us not to absolutely need to or have to, and yeah, I'm a coworker is going to be is not going on his holiday, or what could also happen is he could take off and go, and then not to the country. So right now it's really kind of one of those things that it's you're take, I think, at this point. The major thing is as far as the virus itself is slow down my brain focus more on this paper here. Hold on just a second, guys. Try to slow down the number of people that are becoming because it's so contagious, and that's to me that it can slow it down. Then I think the traveling and everything else will start. I've been watching the news a lot lately because of this, and that really bothers me is, watching and the the blame game. At this point, there's no need to blame anyone. At this point, we've got to figure out about blaming things and figure out the problem. Don't. What there's no blaming somebody or another country is not going to solve the problem. It just makes else very, and I've heard some stories about uh, how other people are different people because of what it's crazy. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So my boss was telling us, it was a group of us, that he decided to take his children and show what can happen in a scenario like this. Now, I don't know for sure if the kids there, they went to Costco, and apparently they witnessed a father and son. Now, I don't know. He said that the lines in Costco were just horrible. Um, People were complaining that it was hours to just get through the line, and I can't imagine that. I don't like being in a group with a lot of people, so I thought, I can wait on my Costco shopping until hopefully all this blows over. Yeah, his kids and wanted them to see what could happen with. Now, he was talking about misleading information. Now, I don't know for sure if that's. I take value, so I try to use my best judgment when it comes to that. And he was telling us that there was a father and son, and they were waiting in line, and apparently the father told the son to hit the part of them in line because apparently they had words or something like that. I was hey, you are going to get me into if that's happening. That to me is just it's just unbelievable that there were people taking things out of other people's shop. I'm glad we did all of our shopping just after. It's just, I just hope all of this, that all of this can get cleared up and feeling more at ease what's going on versus that panic mode. Because I really honestly believe it's panic. Oh, that's another thing that happens too, besides finding what I need. Coming home from work, and this was just, I think it was yesterday. People are so wrapped up with what is going, seem to pay attention to what's happening around them. And I was driving home. I was on the highway on the perimeter. So Jillian, I was on the perimeter. I was getting off at Dougal, and this truck deliberately got past the front end of my vehicle, even though I left our length in front of me. That's just, it's the law. You should be doing that. But, sometimes people get in a rush, kind of, climb towards your back end. Anyway, there was a truck in front of me, and this truck nowhere literally passed me, got his back end from my front end. He knew he didn't have the space to merge over. It is on his signal light. Now, I was in actually see his. He started merging into the lane and cut me off. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And ice on the highway. That thing that really upset me. There was ice on the highway, and this guy absolutely there. If he had in the hospital because he was so eager to get out or in that lane. Now, I honked at him, like that really helps. But I honked at him that, hey, you don't, you're going to put somebody, you're going to kill somebody is what ultimately could happen. So he based in the same direction I was. And I can't find this color. Sorry, guys. I'm looking for this. And anyway, he got off. He was right in front of me. So he basically cut me off, get in front of me anywhere any faster, which really bothered me. And then where is that color? Sorry, just a minute, guys. Okay, that isn't it. Am I that blind? All right, seeing that color. It's right here. Okay. So he turned off of went down Dougal. I was right behind him. He turned off on Ravenhurst, down all the way past what is that? Pandora, and because I live down the road, but I still had to go to the grocery store. So I went all to where I can turn and then head to the grocery store. Now the truck went straight on Ravenhurst. Went straight and I turned. Wouldn't you know it? I got to the road the grocery store is on. I made a turn because the cars that were coming, it's a four-way stop. I made a turn. And wouldn't you know, the car that was waiting for me, that truck that cut me off. I was like, really? You cut me off. Almost, you could have put me in the hospital for an accident any faster than I did. Just makes me so mad that people drive like that. And that yesterday, I don't know. I feel really bad that people are panicking like, and I don't know. And I know I'm repeating myself, so I do. I miss it. So. Just a second. There we go. So is everyone else, I mean, have you all experienced something or because I really feel bad for all family. My sister had to go home from Mexico. They're all in Washington State. So looking forward to going home because of what happened in Kirkland. And I really wish my mother home and not go out traveling because of her age. She's going to be more prone to this than you my sister. So it just really worries me. I think I got all of those. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to be going offline here pretty soon, guys, because I've actually gone 15 minutes over. And I really do apologize for being so late, because normally I would have been on. Yeah. And I'm not sure if I don't believe I'm running live, but just I don't want people upset with me if I am running into their lives. So I'm on for another 5 minutes. We're going to end the live. Love you guys coming in and being a part of this. Don't worry about that. Not at all. A couple of things I want to remind everyone. First of all, if Shirley and Put group. So for those of you that are interested in joining the Facebook group, me and Elle are together, and the group is called Crafty Things by Janae and Island Girl, and would love to have if you're interested. Also, today is the kid. Is it? Yeah. With the collaboration between myself and Robbie Dad, and I'm looking forward to doing this collaboration with him. It'll be interesting. So I hope all of them joining us with that, and we're going to be talking about a variety of different. But I think the main, or at least what we've been talking about, is about animals as a passion for animals, just as I do, and we'll go more in that started. The first video is going to be kitting up our paintings, and we're going to be asking you, viewers, ask us questions. So I hope that you guys will join us and ask us. The duration is not only for me and the other creator to get to know each other, but it's also for all of us. And asking those questions, you get to, really peel back some of that, what we call onion. So, because of some of the topics that we're talking about, we really wanted to include all of our viewers' discussion. So I hope that you'll all be interested in joining us with. So by saying that, and thank you, Island Girl, for the Facebook. All of you will consider joining. But by saying that, I am going to go ahead and I will be back next Saturday, and hopefully everybody will be safe and healthy. Please be safe and healthy. You guys are like family to me. And on the other hand, sorry, and I worry about all of you. So all of you, please take care of yourselves and keep yourselves and safe. And we will talk again in the live next Saturday at 4. I promise to start. And the videos on the collaboration with myself and Rob. So you all take care, and we'll talk again. Take care, everyone. Bye.